Hello, YouTube. It is pretty rare that I upload a video that I don't put a lot of time and effort into editing, but I wanted to take a moment to share my initial reaction to Adobe announcing that they are ending Adobe Animate. Adobe Animate, my favorite animating software out there. I say my favorite, but it's actually kind of the only animation software I know, because a few years ago, I'd been working on my animated short film already for a while, but I had decided I was going to utilize some sort of animation software on the computer that I could use with my Wacom tablet. And so since I had the Adobe Creative Cloud, Adobe Animate, previously called Flash, was the natural choice. And so I started learning that, not only to make my animation go faster, but also it was a skill that I could potentially use for future professional projects, because when we do our personal projects, that's always a calling card for future work, perhaps. And I just feel like Adobe let us down. After we spent so much time learning this, they pulled the rug out from under our feet. And not only that, but this animated short film that I'm currently submitting to film festivals, thank goodness I finished it in time. But I had plans for this to incorporate the animated assets into future projects. And now I'm thinking, how am I going to do that? Like, I know you can export the files, but I'm guessing that's limited in how editable those are with the colors and stuff. So if anyone has ideas for me of what your plans are for preserving all your hard work, please let me know. I would really appreciate that. As well as if you have any recommendations for alternative software that you're going to pivot to instead of Adobe, because I think many animators are saying, including myself, are saying, I think it's time to cancel the subscription and look elsewhere, because Adobe is prioritizing AI and not artists right now, it feels like. So for video editing, I've already been using Final Cut Pro for a while, because I feel like it's just been a smoother user experience for my 2015 MacBook. So I'll definitely switch to that permanently, probably instead of Premiere. And of course, the After Effects equivalent of that would be Motion. And for Adobe Animate, I've been brainstorming what I might do. I learned that Blender has the capacity to be used for 2D animation in addition to 3D. So, since that one's free, I might look into that one. But curious to hear your thoughts of what you're going to be using. And I just want to end with a positive spin on all this, that years down the road, when we have made new projects that we have created with new software, we can use this as a example of how we were able to bounce back, no pun intended with that squash and stretch analogy, but bounce back from this pickle that Adobe put us in, and became even better animators because of it, because it encouraged us to stretch ourselves and learn something new. So keep your chin up, animators, and can't wait to see what you keep creating.